Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where last episode we were chilling, and we may still continue to chill for a little bit here. I'm definitely starting to feel like I don't really want to chill anymore. There are things I want to do, like conquering Fezzan and Medina. Those would both be great. And Euphrates, I'd love to do that too. And Romagna, and the Holy Roman Empire, and France, and Rousset. Okay, we're getting a little beyond ourselves at this point. So we're still chilling for a little bit here, and our primary focus really needs to be on diplomatic technology. It really does. We're behind in Diptech. We need to get up to Diptech 18, and we're currently 2 years away from 17. So that requires work. However, last episode, we had a succession, and that's good things and bad things. The good thing is that we have 6 diplomatic skill. The bad thing is that we're not the Emperor. Now, as soon as this guy dies, we would currently be tied for the Emperor, actually. So Thais we're currently working on improving relations with. That's definitely a thing. Do we only have 2 diplomats? Oh, okay. We must have gotten an extra diplomat from being the Emperor. That's interesting. So I definitely want to chill here for a little bit. I want to focus on a couple of things. Specifically, I want to focus on getting our Diptech up, which we're getting 11 points right now, or actually 10 points per month right now, and that's including the annexation of Body. So that's absolutely great. We have we have 3 too many at this point. Okay, so the diplomatic relation with Corsica is a problem. We want to get them integrated, and Body is a problem. We need to go to... Is Anatocleon still a elector? Medina is, Al Said, Thais, Anatocleon, yes. So Anatocleon and Alexandria are currently voting for us. They're our allies. Who is our ally that is not? Is Al Said an elector? They are. And they are not backing us. They're our ally, but they're not backing us right now. Okay. So we need to pull back at this point from improving relations with Alexandria, probably. It can go up by 25 more, but we've only got 2 diplomats. So for right now, I want to improve relations out over here with Al Said. So we're going to work on bringing that up because our primary goal right now needs to be to make sure that Fars is not, in fact, the next emperor. So Anatocleon isn't very happy right now. And why is that? What are they upset about? Actually, they're not all that upset. They're just not that interested in voting for us. Okay. That's noted. We'll need to keep an eye on that. Now, we do have a fair amount of money. We can put some into great projects, which is potentially interesting. What do we got here? Provincial tax income, or actually that'd be reform progress growth. And then this one up over here is reform progress growth. These are all the same. Apparently they all give us the same benefit. Okay, that's a little bit awkward, but yearly prestige and reform progress growth. We can also upgrade centers of trade, and this is probably a better thing to do. So we can probably just upgrade to a world port here in Rome. That's going to cost us 1,000 ducats, but I'm going to do that. So we'll get that up, and Rome is now on a world port. And can we upgrade that? No, that is top level. Okay. So that's fine. We have poor uniforms, and people are mocking our uniforms. That's very rude of them. And we're going to have some separatists pretty soon. These are going to be out over here. Okay. I don't think I care too much about that, to be honest. We'll just get these guys to stop drilling, and that'll be fine. So that looks good. Now, we're gaining the most diplomatic power right now. So we're working on catching up there. Our annexation is slowly progressing. Very slowly progressing. And we need to convert more provinces. So we're going to work on that. That seems great. Aegean Islands left the military coalition against us. It is January, so Thrace now left. Our treasurer died. Okay, that's slightly awkward timing, but I'm not terribly concerned about it right now. We'll get to it in a moment. Nobody else left? Okay. So if we look at the coalition here, yeah. It's still kind of extensive. So looking at the Holy Roman Emperor, or Empire right now, Alexandria is now backing Fars. Okay. We clearly need to do some diplomatic work here. There's no doubt about that. We have a royal marriage with Alexandria, so that's absolutely fine. Yeah, no issues there. We do need potentially a royal marriage out over here. There is one. Lose 50 admin power. Oof, okay. So there's a royal marriage out here and a royal marriage here. I don't think... there is one here, too. Interesting. So what are the reasons for this? Not entirely sure. Okay, relations, large nation in the empire, alliance, royal marriage, diplomatic reputation is -10. So we do need to wait for that. Our truce with Tunis is over. Okay. So that seems fine. And there's those separatists. Excellent. So let's head on down there and deal with those. So we are going to get our next dip tech very soon here. That's going to be important. There we go. Do we get a diplomatic reputation for boosting our stability? I don't think we do. That'd be nice if we did, but I'm pretty sure that that's not a thing. So that's okay. We're just going to head on up over here. We can seize land, which we should do. There we go. That looks good. And we're currently losing money. Tunis entered into a coalition against us. So clearly chilling is still a good idea. Yeah, we should definitely still chill for a bit. No doubt about that. So that's okay. We will continue to work on that. And we should start making money again pretty soon, I think. What's our core issue right now? What changed? Was it just these guys? No. So something definitely changed. Intriguing. Well, we can grab a dip tech, and we should absolutely do this. So we're going to do that. Fantastic. And now we can celebrate a festival, which I definitely want to do. Our legitimacy is fine, so that looks okay. What is all of this? Oh, there's a big war in the HRE. We're declining military access from everyone because we don't want to pay the military or the diplomatic power for it. So Badi is going to be under control fairly soon. Apparently, we have a decline in army quality. We are going to go ahead and reform it. This is fine. So Badi is going to be finished annexation here in, like, a long time. 14 years. That's understood. So advisor cost -15%. That's actually really good. We'll take that. So there's disloyal estates right now, but that's going to reduce our... Okay, we're now at -15. Something is going very badly here. We just had advisor cost reduction. These guys don't cost that much anyway. So I'm assuming that the rabbis... Okay, yeah, the rabbis are very angry. That'll do it. Gain a corruption? No. So this is definitely going to be a bit painful here. We need to wait for the rabbis to improve their loyalty. So we absolutely do not want to be thinking about going to war right now. That's very clear. We can set an agenda, and that's a big deal. That gives us 5 loyalty right there. Base tax in Yafo, I think we should probably do this. This is better, though. I'm going to take that. It's going to be painful. So how do we want to handle it? We can't sell Crownland right now. We could debase currency. It's a bad idea. I would rather not. We could take a loan. Also a bad idea. I would rather not. What we really need right now is to bring the rabbi loyalty up. So they're going to come up a decent amount. We need to get them up above 30 here. So how many months is this going to be? They're gaining, call it 0.4% per month. So that's going to be a while. That's going to be like 6 months or so. Painful. Very painful. But I'm going to take a loan. And we are going to head on down over here. So this is in Madin Sulaim that we need to build a workshop in, which we can't do. So if we take a look at why, it's because we're currently building a farm estate there. That'll be done next year. Okay. For now, that's fine. We'll leave this be. I want to check in over here. 160 out of 116. Okay, that's the core issue here as well. We have a big reduction to our land force limit from losing the HRE. Okay, they left the coalition. Cool. So we're definitely in some dire straits right now, but the nobility just hit 30%, so that's neat. And the rabbis are going to hit it fairly soon. This next month tick, they're going to hit 29%. There we go. So 2 more months until they're no longer angry. That looks good. So it's now 1 January. And we'll get this done soon. We're going to have a bunch of constructions finishing. People are leaving the military coalition against us. That's a very big deal. Rabbis gain 10 loyalty, but a 25% chance. Ooh. I would normally go for this, but we kind of can't afford it right now. Yeah, we can't afford this right now. We have to pay the admin power. We did not lose the stability, at least. So that's something. So the rabbis are now happy, and we're now probably just barely negative. Okay, that seems good. We're just barely negative right now. We're going to be finishing up a bunch of the... Okay, we're now back to positive. Excellent. That was because of our conversion then. That's fine. We'll get another conversion going, which is still going to cause us issues. But now we can't build any workshops anywhere. We can't build any synagogues anywhere. But what we could do is we could think about building trade depots. So what about here in Rome? Right now we've got a marketplace. And we could upgrade that. And I think that's probably a really good idea. Rome is our main trade city. So let's get that going, and let's check the Genoa trade node. Yeah, we're at 46%. So boosting that would absolutely be huge. That seems great. So we'll get that going, and then we'll build our workshop down over here as soon as this farm estate is finished, which is going to be in October of this year. So that looks fine. No problem there. We're making a small amount of money at this moment. It's not much. We can join a coalition against these guys. Interesting. I don't really care. We're mostly just chilling right now, so I'm not going to bother them, to be honest. We could get a quantity idea. How are we doing on timing here? We are 8 years ahead of time, so a quantity idea is absolutely a good way to go. National supply limit modifier plus 33% is huge. Let's take that. So that looks great. The next one is going to be reinforced cost reduction minus 33%. That's also pretty huge. So that's great. Land maintenance modifier minus 5%, land attrition minus 25%, and land force limit modifier plus 33. All of those are great. How long until we're caught up in dip tech at this time? Well, that's 4 years out. We'll still be a little bit ahead of time. So that's something, anyway. And what's our diplomatic reputation right now? We're still at -1. So if we check in on the HRE at this moment, we can see it would be tied. I don't know who would actually win this at this moment. We'd love to have another diplomat. That would be really nice, but alas, we don't have one right now. A third diplomat is very, very useful, for sure. We can upgrade some centers of trade. I'm not sure we want to right now, although we probably want to later. Okay, we need to come down over this direction, and this was a workshop, correct? Yes, this is a workshop or counting house here. So we're going to put that in. Point 2 is pretty nice. And let's see what else we can potentially build. No workshops, no synagogues. Okay. So we'll get that finished. That'll get us a base production here as well, which is going to be tremendously huge. Crete left the military coalition, and there goes everyone else. The military coalition is now falling apart. They do not consider themselves strong enough now to contest us. So that's great, but I don't want to immediately start up with attacking again. We're going to give it a little bit. So there's guys out over here. We're going to need to transport some troops over. They're going to get some separatism there, and they spawned right on that fort. That's unfortunate. We're going to have to take that back. So we'll move our troops on over. Trade power plus 10 or trade efficiency plus 10. That is a diplomatic, isn't it? We'll just go for this. Now we could definitely think about going for like this guy. Would he pay for himself? Our taxation is 52.48, so he'd give us... Yeah, he would actually pay for himself. We should hire this guy. Excellent. So that looks good. We're going to attack down over here, but not yet. I'm going to give it one more month tick, and then we'll attack here. Lose a stability or lose a bunch of ducats and gain half a point of corruption. Oof. We're going to take the stability hit, but I'm not happy about it. Okay, so now we're going to attack down over this direction. Wonderful. No problem there. And then we'll siege this fort back. It's going to take some time. So 12. I'm going to shift consolidate, and we're going to move these cannon out, and we're going to leave that. Because we don't want to be taking too much attrition. And we're not in a rush to get this back. So that seems absolutely fine for now. I'd like to repay our loans. We do have Corsican separatists brewing up right now. Interesting. Let's park these guys right here then. Okay. We're maximized with Al Said. So at this point, I want to go and improve relations with Alexandria. We just lost a general. That was this general. Okay, that's sad. For the moment, I'll leave that be. We can just move, like, one of these generals over. But actually, no, I changed my mind. I'm going to re-roll this. Decent fire pips. Okay. So there we go. We now gained our base production over here. Excellent. That's going to be a lot of income, actually. So we definitely want to get back to being the emperor at this point. Alexandria is really close to voting for us. Really, really close. Looks like our diplomatic reputation may have recovered. Nope, it did not. Okay. 50 admin power again. Oh, the same event. Now, though, we can actually afford to lose some rabbi loyalty. So we're going to take that, and that'll be fine. Yes, our rabbis are going to be upset, and this is probably going to put us negative for a few months here while the rabbis recover. But that's okay. Yeah, very slightly negative. I don't mind it. So that looks fine. This siege is nearly completed at this point. That looks great. We have an incompetent administrator bringing up our corruption. That's sad. But it's not the end of the world. So that seems okay for now. We still need that dip tech. Okay, this siege is over. That's good. We're going to head back over here. We can now sell titles. I don't think that we should. We're at 38% Crownland. We should not do that. So how long are the rabbis going to remain disloyal? Not very is the answer. This is only going to be a few more months. Let's see. Lose a base production in Jeddah. We'll step in to limit any excess. And we should also mothball this fort. Cool. 0.67, that's not bad, considering that we're also reinforcing still. Maghreb was building a spy network. No one is shocked about this. And this is going to happen in about 6 months. Okay, we'll just let that happen. Anytime now, that'll happen. So that looks good. In terms of the coalition against us, there is no coalition against us. There are people who are angry, to be sure. How's Thais feeling, anyway? Yeah, they're not particularly upset at this point. So, Anatoklion is now voting for Fars again. Very rude. But we're just going to stay in Alexandria for now until this is maxed. That's going to be very soon. So that looks fine for the moment. Okay, there's those Corsican separatists. Finally. So we'll remove them. Get out of here. Excellent. And back to Rome we go. Cool. We can choose a new idea group. As of right now, I'm not going to do that, but I'm definitely interested in some admin ideas. Potentially innovative ideas, actually. That might not be bad. Mostly for that tech cost reduction, but yeah. We could also go for, like, infrastructure ideas. This is also probably really, really good. Interesting. That state maintenance and global prosperity growth. This is pretty good. We may go for that. But right now, we're not that's not our goal. We're ranked number 7 in the Great Powers still. Remarkable. But I wanted to check in here. So we're 6 years ahead of time at this moment. We're going to get our diptech caught up in March of not next year, but the year after. So we're currently about a year and a half away from getting our diptech caught up. That's huge. We can get another conversion going here, and we absolutely want to do that. We're still over our diplomatic relation limit, so we're taking a penalty there. But Badi is going to be annexed fairly soon. Our diplomatic reputation is remaining low, though. Surely that'll get fixed soon enough, right? Let's see here. Is it in our country modifiers? Yeah, this is going to go away on the 2nd of December, 1631. That's going to be a big deal for us when that goes away. But this one's going to re-up it. So, there's that. So it's January of 1630 at this point, and I'm definitely starting to think about where we might want to consider going to war again. Alexandria we just finished in. Now I want to go down to Thais. And we're going to improve relations down here. We just want to improve relations with electors at this moment. Certainly the electors that are willing to vote for us, which Thais would actually never vote for us because they're Muslim. So we actually need to go to Anatoklion. Get back here. So over to Anatoklion we go, and we can improve relations here by how much? 73 more? Oh, that's quite a lot. Okay, so that sounds good, and we'll just work on maintaining those relations in hopes that we'll be able to get all of our electors back. When this guy dies, we want to take over. That'll be ideal. Our royal marriage with Anatoklion just ended, and Fars rivaled us. So at this point, how powerful is Fars? Not powerful enough is the answer. We could definitely fight them. Anatoklion wants to re-up their royal marriage, and we absolutely accept that 100%. So we could think about putting in some trade depots. We could also think about putting in universities. It's a little early to do that, I feel like, but we could think about it. We don't have a lot to spend our money on at this moment. So, what's going on with Sinai? Al Said and Cairo. That's interesting. I would rather not fight Al Said, which means that we'd want to fight Cairo, but they're allied with Alexandria, who we'd rather not fight. So, instead, we would look at Cairo, and then we'd look at, say, Syria. or Cyprus. They're allied with Anatolian, so that's unfortunate for us. Who else do we have? Syria and Eastern Desert. So which one of these is Syria? That's Lebanon, that's Homs, that's Aleppo. Where is Syria? Oh, that's these guys right here. Right. Sinai is Syria. Okay, so then Eastern Desert is where? Down here. Now that's potentially interesting. Medina, Cairo, and Sennar. That's very interesting. I would like to fight Cairo. I'd like to fight Medina. I don't care about the others, but that's very interesting indeed. I'm tempted to do it. Our aggressive expansion is a lot lower. This would generate us a lot of aggressive expansion in this region, for sure. I'm not sure if the timing is right for it, but it's an interesting idea, for sure. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we'll think about that. We may decide to pull the trigger on that war. That's a very, very interesting one. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Aurelio, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge Eskiel, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.